The need to develop a country's science and technology has generally been recognized as one of the imperatives of socio-economic progress in the contemporary world. And it's in the hands of the leaders, those who have the power to change the world and make the lives of each people more convenient. Here are the contributions of the Filipino presidents to the science and technology development after the Marcos regime.
During Corazon Aquino's State of the Nation address in 1990, she said that science and technology development shall be one of the top three priorities of the government towards an economic recovery.
During her term, President Corazon Aquino encouraged inventors and scientists to bring Philippines in its former position as second to only Japan in the field of science and technology. One of the goals of her administration was to achieve this status being an industrialized country by 2000. She urged that the private research sector form a stronger band between the public research to help them start the progress in the area of the Philippine research and development.
On August 8, 1998, Corazon Aquino created the Presidential Task Force for Science and Technology, which became the first Science and Technology Master Plan, or STMP. The goal of STMP was for the Philippines to achieve the newly industrialized country status by the year 2000.
Fidel V. Ramos, the 12th President of the Philippines from 1992 to 1998. He is remembered for steadfastly promoting the principles of people empowerment and global competitiveness. In 1993, he put an end to the power crisis that crippled Filipino homes and industries for 2 years. He pursued, focused, and converged programs to fight poverty in accordance with the will of the Filipino people expressed by 229 structural or reforms laws enacted by the Congress during his term.
The Philippine economy recovered dramatically during the year 1993 to 1997. Ramos implemented a comprehensive social reform agenda that addressed the long-standing problem of poverty, jobs and livelihood, health, education and skill training, housing, environmental protection, children and the youth, the elderly and the handicapped, agrarian to reform, and access to equal opportunity.
The Philippines Clean Air Act of 1999 and the Electronic Commerce Act of 2000 were the two major legislations that turned into sign through the President Joseph Estrada.
The Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program turned into the wine with the aid of the Estrada administration that in the countryside facilitates the landless peasants.
The Sustainable Improvement in Insured in Philippines Easy Air Act. This is designed to protect the natural resources and preserve the environment.
To give a fitting recognition to the steadfast support of President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo to the science and technology sector, the Philippine scientific community held Alay Pasasalamat on June 25, 2010 at the Heroes Hall, Malacanang.
The Alay Pasasalamat, organized by the National Academy of Science and Technology, is a tribute to the President of the Filipino scientists, science scholars, members of the science community and the academe, technology adapters, and officials and staff of the Department of Science and Technology. Highlights of the event include an audiovisual presentation on the accomplishment of the science community that stem from the support of the President during her 9-year tenure and testimonials from beneficiaries.
The National Achievement Test results show how poor our science and technology education is. The Yellow administration harebrained answer to this bad education statistics is to shift the curriculum to K-12 in 2013, despite the lack of preparedness in the terms of infrastructures, classrooms, laboratories, and teachers' training.
Besides of fighting poverty and corruption, he also promised to make the country more attractive to investors through economic reforms. vowed he would cut red tape dramatically and implement stable economic policies. He also added that he will level the playing field for investors and make the government an enabler and not a hindrance to business.
President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. This year, he was able to pass a law that will cut the red tape in dealing with different agencies in the Philippines, streamlining the process, making it easier and speedier in accomplishing works. The President signed the Ease of Doing Business Act last May, requiring government agencies to act on application within 3 days for simple transactions, 7 days for complex ones, and 20 days for highly technical applications.
Another measure that he turned into a law last year was the anti-hospital deposit law. This does not necessarily cut the cost of hospital bills, but it can save lives during the medical emergencies. Republic Act No. 10932, otherwise known as the Anti-Hospital Deposit Law, provides that in emergency or serious cases, it shall be unlawful for any hospital or medical clinic to request